You know what's wild? Every single day you pass dozens of semi-trucks on the highway, and every single one of those massive rigs, there's a piece of engineering so clever, so elegantly simple, that's been hiding in plain sight for decades, and you probably never noticed it. I'm talking about those steel wheels, the ones that might scratch up your car's paint job if you get a little too friendly with an 80,000-pound big rig in traffic. But here's the thing, those intimidating looking hubs sticking out, they're not just there to ruin your day at the body shop. They're actually a stroke of absolute genius. Let me paint you a picture. You're looking at a semi-truck and you notice the front wheels have these hub centers that really protrude outwards. It looks aggressive, almost industrial. There are typically 10 lug nuts sticking out like they're ready for battle. And if you've ever had an unfortunate kiss between your sedan and one of these beasts on the highway, you know you're going to have some beautiful circular cuts in your fender. But here's what most people don't realize, and this is where it gets fascinating. That same exact wheel design is used all around the truck. Front wheels, rear wheels, trailer wheels, the same wheel. And that's not laziness or cutting corners. That's brilliant engineering. Think about it from a practical standpoint. If you're a trucking company with a fleet of vehicles, having one universal wheel design means you need to stock fewer parts. It's cost effective. It simplifies maintenance. When a mechanic needs to replace a wheel, they don't need to figure out which of 17 different wheel types they need. They grab the standard wheel and they're good to go. It's like the Lego principle applied to vehicles that weigh as much as a small building. But wait, here's where it gets really clever. And this is the part that made me go, wait, what? You know how semi-trailers, especially when they're hauling heavy loads, have two wheels and tires on each side of the axle? You've seen this, it's super common, and there's a really good reason for it. First, it distributes the weight more evenly. Federal regulations say that tandem axles on semi-trucks can handle up to 34,000 pounds total. That's 17,000 pounds per axle. So when you split that load across 4 tires instead of 2, you're putting significantly less stress on each individual tire and crucially on the road surface itself. The federal bridge formula exists specifically because concentrated weight destroys infrastructure. By spreading that load across more contact points, you're not just protecting the truck, you're protecting every bridge and highway in America. Second, and this is huge from a safety perspective, it prevents a tire blowout from being an absolute catastrophe. About 8,000 truck crashes every year involve tire failures. When you have dual wheels, if one tire blows out, you've got a backup. The truck can still limp to a service station. You maintain control. Your axle doesn't drop straight to the pavement, potentially causing you to lose control of 80,000 pounds of steel and cargo at highway speeds. Compare that to the newer super single tires some companies use. One wide tire instead of 2 regular ones. Sure, you get better fuel economy and about 1,000 pounds of weight savings, but when that tire blows, boom, you're done. You're stuck on the side of the road. You can't drive on it. And studies have shown they're more prone to hydroplaning because of that larger surface area. So dual wheels make sense for safety and road preservation. But here's the engineering masterstroke. Because that hub on the steel wheel sticks out so far, you can do something incredibly clever. You install the inner wheel the normal way with the protruding hub facing outward, but then, and this is the beautiful part, you flip the outer wheel around so its protrusion points inward. The 2 hubs meet in the middle and you bolt them together. It's the same wheel, the exact same wheel. You just flip it around. This means you can run a configuration with 1 wheel per hub when you don't need that extra load capacity, or you can instantly convert to dual wheels by adding a second wheel, flipped backwards without needing different rims, different hardware, or a completely different design. It's reversible, modular, brilliant, and kind of elegant. Now, if you want to get really into the weeds here, and I know some of you do, there are actually 2 main mounting systems for semi-truck wheels, stud piloted and hub piloted. The older system, stud piloted wheels, use tapered lugs that center the wheel. The studs themselves carry the weight. For dual wheel setups, you need both inner and outer nuts. That's 20 nuts per dual assembly. Multiply that across 8 dual assemblies on a tandem axle configuration, and you're looking at 160 lug nuts. That's a lot of inventory, a lot of maintenance, and a lot of potential failure points. Plus, you need different nuts for the left and right sides because they have different thread directions. The newer hub-piloted system is slicker. The wheel centers on a raised hub pilot, and the weight is distributed onto that large central hub. The lug nuts just secure the wheel. They don't carry the load. For duals, You don't need inner lug nuts at all, cutting down your fastener inventory by half. You don't need right-handed, left-handed thread nuts. It's simpler, it's faster to install, and it requires less specialized knowledge. But regardless of which system you're using, that reversible wheel design remains the same. Same wheel, flipped around, bolt them together. It's genius. And here's why this matters beyond just being a cool engineering fact. Cost savings are massive. Steel wheels are significantly cheaper than aluminum alternatives while still offering serious durability. Accuride's Acculite steel wheels, for example, weigh only 65 to 67 pounds but maintain the same load rating as standard wheels, approaching aluminum weight at a fraction of the cost. When you're running a fleet of hundreds or thousands of trucks, those savings add up fast. Maintenance is simplified. Your mechanics don't need to be trained on multiple wheel systems. Your parts department doesn't need to stock a dozen different wheel types. Everything is standardized, and safety is improved. That dual wheel redundancy has saved countless lives. When a tire blows at 75 miles per hour, and remember, most semi-truck tires are only rated for 75 miles per hour, yet some highways like Texas State Highway 130 have speed limits of 85 miles per hour. Whoa. Having that backup tire can be the difference between pulling safely to the shoulder and a multi-vehicle pileup. You know what I love about this? It's a reminder that the best engineering solutions aren't always the flashiest. They're not always high-tech or complicated. Sometimes the most brilliant design is just a wheel that works equally well forwards or backwards. We live in an age where everyone's obsessed with disruption and innovation and completely reimagining everything from scratch. And sure, sometimes that's necessary, but there's also profound genius in taking something as fundamental as a wheel and asking, how can we make this simpler, more versatile, more cost-effective? And then having the restraint to not over-engineer it. The protruding hub looks aggressive, but it's not there for aesthetics. It's not there to intimidate. It's there because it allows one wheel design to serve multiple functions seamlessly. So the next time you're driving behind an 18-wheeler and you see those dual wheels spinning, remember, you're looking at decades of refined engineering that prioritizes simplicity, cost-effectiveness, and safety. One wheel design, infinitely versatile, quietly keeping our highways running and our supply chains moving. Sometimes the best innovations are the ones you don't even notice until some Yahoo points them out.